I love the idea of a conference looking in really abnormal, non-traditional ways of getting attention. I like this. But is this even workable? I like thinking outside the box, and I like floating the balloon, the idea balloon out there. But how are you going to get people in a stadium at 9 a.m. in the morning? Unless the entire concept of this is the people in the stadium don't matter. It's just for television product, which is kind of the way that we're going. And that's where this feels. It's like we have all these bowl games that nobody shows up to, and it doesn't matter because basically it's just a television production. If people show up, great, but we can close the doors and have 0 people in the stadium. It doesn't matter. It's a television product. It's just a production. As long as it's on TV, we make our money. We make a lot of money. We don't care if anybody shows up. We're making money before the first ticket is sold. If that's the case, okay, but that kind of shows also how far the Pac-12 has fallen, if that is a possibility. We are on across the West Coast. We are on in all of the states the Pac-12 plays football in. I want to hear from our affiliates. I want to hear from our listeners. Is there any way you would show up and be in a stadium by 9 a.m. to watch a football game? Because I just can't see it happening. 855-212-4CBS, the phone number. 855-212-4227. I don't know, Mraz. I can't see getting more than 20,000 people, 10 of which are going to be the kids, to show up to a 9 a.m. football game.
Well, why not? A lot of people wake up at 5 in the morning for work. How much easier it would be to wake up at 5 in the morning to go tailgate for 3 hours? You'd be a lot more juiced.
But people that wake up at 5 a.m. for work every morning don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday again.
So guess what? Then you have the game's over by 12:30. You can go to the beach if you're in LA. It's SoCal. You could go do anything you want with your day. We wake up to go to kids' soccer games, Little League games, everything for games at 8, 9 a.m. all the time. We're just so transitioned that sports and big events shouldn't happen at that time. It's a great idea. You get the eggs on the griddle. You go after it. Then you have the whole day. I'd kill if the Giants played in a 9 a.m. home game. I'd love it.
Would you go?
Yes, I'd go. And I'd be home by 2 in the afternoon. I think it'd be the best thing in the world.
I think the crowd would be a disaster, not only in attendance, but also lack of energy. You're talking about we go to kids' soccer games. Yeah. That's a bunch of tired parents drinking coffee, okay, with their sunglasses on
Irish coffee
and their hats pulled down, over their face because they don't want to be seen at 9 a.m.
But again, as Whittingham points out, have every team in the Pac-12 host one a year. This way, it becomes an event. It's not you're not asking them to do it every week. Call it a kegs and eggs event. Get everybody in there in the parking lot. Let's go. Let's sell it like that. I think that would be enormous. I would be a success, and I frankly am all in.
Kids might do it because it's a fun thing to do for kids. You wake up early. I know anytime there was like campus early drinking things at bars or on campus, the students that I went to school with, that was exciting. But if I'm a middle-aged fan and I've got a family, I don't want to wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. to go watch a football game.
But how many middle-aged men who are football fans maybe can't sell to their wife spending a whole day tailgating and going home late and, being hammered with their friends that now all of a sudden go, honey, guess what? I'm getting out of the door. It's like people waking up early to go play golf at 6 a.m. I'll be home by 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, we could do all that later. And then you're drinking at 7 in the morning having fun in the parking lot. There's a whole new fan base you can get tapped into. Whole new fan base. I love it. I'm all in.